In the previous video, I gave you this problem here. 5 people can dig 30 meters in 3 days, and you need to dig 200 meters within 4 days. How many people did you need to hire? Um, I would start by getting you to summarize this. So 5:30, and then in 3 days, and then you want to get to you want to figure out x, the number of people here. Remember, this is people, this is distance, this is time here. You need to work out the number of people to dig 200 meters in 4 days. Now, I would then ask you to concentrate on the day, on getting the day, on working out for one day, and then from one day work out for 4 days. Well, I would get you to somehow get this to a 1, and then from the 1 get to the 4. Well, you can concentrate on the distance. You can somehow get from 30 to the 200 instead of concentrating on getting the number of days to be the 4. Okay, so you could jump from here to here. So in this video, I will show you an alternative method, but it's a lot more complicated. So you don't need to fully understand this. So again, start here and use reasoning. Let me clear this up. 5:30, and then for 3 days. Sorry, 3 days here. Our aim is to get to x 200 and 4. Okay, so if you start here, use a bit of reasoning here. If 5 people here can dig 30 meters in 3 days, if you double the amount of time, then 5 people can normally dig 30 meters. If you double the amount of time, then 5 people can dig twice the distance. So if you start here and reason that if you double the amount of time, if you times this by 2, then this will also times by 2. So that will give you 60. Well, remember the 5 people will stay the same. Okay, so if you double this, this will be 6. So 6 days, 5 people can dig 60 meters. Okay, so let's go back to this bit here. Now, if you can dig, hang on, if you treble the period of time here, if you treble the period of time, treble it, that will give you 9 days. Well, in 9 days, then the 5 people can dig 3 times as much. So this here would be 90. So 5 people can dig 90 meters. Okay. So let's hang on. Let's go back to this bit here. 5 people, 30 meters in 3 days. Well, if you quadruple the amount of time times by 4 here, then this will be so in 12 days. 5 people can dig 120 meters. Okay, so you can use that reasoning to get from this here to x 200 here. Okay, so you can get from here to here. So if the thing is, hang on. So here we've got this. Hang on. 5:30 in 3 days. Well, we want to get to here. Hang on. 5. We want to get to the 200 here. So what would this be? What would this be here? Okay. So the thing is, if you get this, if you can work out the multiplier here, so the multiplier here will be 200 over 30. Okay. Then that would be the same multiplier. That would take you. Well, the multiplier here would be 200 over 30. Okay, so you would get this times the multiplier, so 3 times the multiplier, which is 200 over 30. This gets multiplied to the top, so that equals 600 over 30. Divide top and bottom by 10, so that would be 60 over 3, which will be 20. You see, with 20 hours, you can cover 20 200 meters. Sorry. So with 20 hours, you can cover 200 meters. Remember, our aim is to get to this. Our aim is to get to x 200 and in 4 days. Okay. But currently we've got 5 people needing 20 days to dig 200 meters. So now let's use reasoning now. So here we've got 5 200 and then 20. Okay. So let's look at this here. If five people requires 20 days to dig 200 meters, well, if you hang on, let me think. If you double the amount of people here, if you double the amount of people, then you're gonna half the amount of time. Okay, this method is a bit more complicated than the previous method, but it is still possible. Now, if you start it, if you treble the amount of people here, so 15 people here, you're going to, well, remember the distance stays the same. You're gonna cut the amount of time by 3. So you're gonna cut it by well, you're gonna. Here's the thing: if you double the amount of people, then you're gonna half the amount of time. If you treble the amount of people, then you're gonna cut the time by 3. That you see, here's a weird relationship. If you add more people working on this trench, you're gonna cut the amount of time. So the relationship here is that if you increase the number of people, you're going to decrease the time. So here we've got a situation where you figure out the multiplier, but then the thing is, come to this stage here, you're going to multiply by 1 over the multiplier, if that makes sense. So hang on. So let's go back to this situation here. Hang on. So 5. So we know 5 people requires 20 days to dig 200 meters. We want to get to x 200 and 4 here. You see, you see. Hang on. This multiplier here, we've got a multiplier here. Well, you use this relationship here to work out the multiplier. You see this here. Well, if you from 20 to the 4, you would need to times it by 1 over 5. Okay. So the relationship here, 1 over 5 is on this side. You see this? 1 over. Well, you're going to need to times it by 5. So 5 times by 5 here will give you 25. So you're going to need 25 people. The hard thing to grasp here is that the relationship here you times it by 3, here you times it by a third, here you times it by a fifth, here you times it by 5, because it's an inverse relationship. If you increase one side, you're going to decrease the other side. Well, here the answer will be 25. I know, use the previous method. The previous method is easier. Okay?